Hi, everyone. I am here with Stephanie DiBiase, the 2024 Forms Committee Chair. On December 19th, the Board of Directors approved revisions to the exclusive listing contract. Earlier this year, we did the buyer agency and the purchase and sale agreement, and this will be our third contract to be revised and be in compliance and satisfy the terms of the NAR settlement. So here we go, Stephanie. Without further ado, go ahead and explain these revisions.
Thank you, Susie. Going over the exclusive listing contract, we are going to start with section 1. We used to have 2 options in this section, and the Forms Committee decided and the board agreed that we could go to 1, which is an exclusive right to sell listing. Seller does not retain the right to sell the property themselves without obligation to broker. Seller is obligated to pay the professional service fee to broker regardless of how buyer was introduced to the property. Our next change is to section 3, professional service fees, also in exchange for the word compensation. Professional service fees shall be earned whenever a ready, willing, and able buyer is procured to purchase, exchange, lease, option, or otherwise transfer the property for the price as shown in this contract or for any other price or upon such terms as may be agreed upon by seller payable at the time of closing. Section 3A is for the listing broker's professional service fee. 3A Section 1. During the term of this contract, seller is obligated and agrees to pay broker a professional service fee equal to blank. This could be a percentage or a set dollar amount of the purchase price for services limited to the listing side of the transaction. Section 3A2. If the listing agent, blank, insert the listing agent's name, assists with an unrepresented buyer or becomes a dual agent, the total listing fee paid by the seller will be blank of the purchase price. Again, a percentage or dollar amount is okay here. Section 3AB covers how a buyer's broker may be paid by the seller. Offer of compensation to the buyer's broker. Buyer's brokerage, if any, is optional and intended to be a third-party beneficiary of this agreement. If seller elects to offer a buyer's broker professional service fee to help satisfy the fee owed by the buyer and another agent procures the buyer, whether from the listing brokerage or another brokerage, the following terms apply unless the seller agrees to a lesser or greater amount in the purchase and sale agreement. Seller can choose one of 2 options. Section BI, seller will, check the box, offer a buyer's broker professional service fee and authorizes listing broker to disclose the amount of compensation offered to the buyer's broker before an offer to purchase is made. Section B1, bullet 1. The buyer broker's professional service fee that the seller agrees to pay is blank. Again, a dollar amount or percentage of the purchase price, contingent upon title transfer. If the buyer's broker professional service fee specified herein exceeds the amount agreed to by the seller under the terms of a purchase and sale agreement, the seller shall retain any excess amount. B1, bullet 2. In this situation, a total combined listing fee from 3A1 and buyer broker's professional service fee from 3B1, the seller agrees to pay is equal to blank percentage or flat fee of the purchase price payable at the time of closing. B2, again, if this is the option, you will check the box. Seller will not offer a buyer broker's professional service fee.
And let's be clear about this, Stephanie. That does not preclude a buyer from asking for that.
It does not. The purchase and sale agreement that the seller chooses to accept may change the terms of the listing agreement with regards to this section.
Ultimately, it's the purchase and sales agreement that dictates the actual terms.
Absolutely. Section 3C is retainer fee. Seller will pay broker a non-refundable retainer fee of blank dollars due and payable upon the execution of this agreement to be applied to any professional service fee broker earns under this contract. The
Now, what
reason for
happens
this,
if somebody doesn't want to pay a retainer fee, or if somebody doesn't require one? What if a listing agent doesn't require one?
if a listing agent doesn't require one, that is completely up to them. This section was created to open a discussion, pretty much. If someone wants to ask for a retainer fee, we know this market is tough. We're running around a lot. Somebody throws their house on the market just because they want to buy another house, but then they end up pulling it from the market. This would help you to maybe recoup some of the cost for your time. But again, it would be applied if the seller sells the house to whatever they've agreed to for compensation.
Okay.
Section D is for any additional provisions to the service fee. This is pretty much open to discussion with your seller and however you want to use it.
And we just caution you that whatever you put in here, please be sure that it does comply with settlement terms.
And is very clear and concise. Section 4 is our protection period, also known as a procuring clause period. Seller further agrees that the listing broker shall be entitled to a professional service fee if the property is sold by broker, seller, or anyone else within blank number of days after the expiration of this contract, or any extension hereof to any person to whom the listing broker has shown the property. However, in the event that the seller lists the property with another broker within the days shown above, and if seller actually pays a professional service fee to such broker, then the seller shall not be obligated to listing broker for any professional service fee. If a sale is not consummated because of a seller's refusal to perform, then the full professional service fee shall be due and payable upon such refusal.
Now, none of this language in section 4 is new. It's blue because we broke it out as its own section.
Correct.
So everyone should be pretty familiar with that language.
So that is pretty much the final area. We did add into the electronic signature section for the seller authorized contact and broker authorized contacts. And we did put a section for the broker's listing agent at the bottom as well.
Okay.
So that concludes the changes to our exclusive listing contract. I hope that everyone uses the contract and has much success with it in the coming year.
And if anyone has any questions about this contract, you can feel free to call our office at 860-892-2595. And I'm sure Stephanie is available to answer your questions as well about the process and how we came to these revisions and what it all means.
I'm happy to.
Okay. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank you, Susie. Have a great day.